In the final months of his life, Alexander the Great stood at the peak of power, but not even he knew that his greatest enemy was already inside his own palace. In Babylon, behind golden curtains and endless celebrations, a silent conspiracy was forming, one that would end the most unstoppable empire the world had ever seen. This is the true, chilling story of the last days of Alexander, his mysterious fever, his possible poisoning, and a death that changed history forever. The year is 323 BCE. Alexander enters Babylon, his final destination, though he doesn't know it yet. The city greets him like a god descending from the heavens. Trumpets echo across the Euphrates. Flowers rain down from the rooftops. Priests offer incense, chanting blessings in languages older than history. But inside the royal halls, there is tension. The generals whisper among themselves. The administrators are exhausted. Even the soldiers, once fire-hearted, are weary after a decade of unending war. But Alexander? He still dreams of more. His next ambition? A massive campaign into Arabia and then Carthage, the West, and beyond. He wants to unite the entire known world under one banner. But Babylon hides more than just celebrations. From the very moment Alexander enters Babylon, strange events begin. A tame lion escapes from the palace grounds. A holy priest collapses during a ritual. A mysterious bird falls dead at Alexander's feet. The royal astrologers beg him not to enter the city. They warn he should approach from the east gate only. He breaks the rules. He enters from the west. "I make my own destiny," he says. But in Babylon, destiny has already chosen him. The real danger is not from omens. It is from the people closest to him. Alexander's generals are fighting among themselves. Perdiccas wants power after Alexander's death. Ptolemy plans secretly to seize Egypt. Cassander hates Alexander and fears he will execute him. Antipater is far away but commands huge influence in Macedonia. And the biggest threat of all? Plots to remove Alexander begin forming quietly. Some fear his dream of blending Greeks and Persians. Some oppose his plan to treat Persians as equal partners. Others believe he has become too godlike, too powerful. Alexander ignores all of them. He prepares for his Arabian expedition, but his enemies are preparing something else. One night, in the palace of Nebuchadnezzar, Alexander hosts a grand banquet. Hundreds of elite soldiers, officers, musicians, dancers, and servants fill the hall. Wine flows like rivers. Laughter shakes the columns. But all joy ends when Alexander drinks a cup of pure wine, unmixed with water, a dangerous tradition followed by Macedonians. As soon as he drinks it, he doubles over in pain. A scream echoes through the hall. Some soldiers claim they heard him shout, "I have been struck as if by a spear." The room falls silent. Doctors rush forward. Friends carry him to his chamber. But the damage is done. Alexander's final illness lasts 11 agonizing days. Every day, his condition worsens. Day 1 through 2, high fever, sharp pain in the lower abdomen. Day 3 through 4, he can no longer walk. He whispers orders for the Arabian expedition. Day 5 through 6, most generals are now forbidden from entering the room. Only his closest friends, like Hephaestion once was, are allowed. But something is off. Many generals later report that food and wine given to Alexander came through servants they didn't recognize. Day 7 through 8, Alexander can barely speak. He raises his hand to greet his soldiers. They file past his bed, weeping. Day 9 through 10. Rumors spread that he is already dead. Chaos erupts outside the palace. Day 11. He tries to speak, but only manages a faint whisper, "To the strongest," when asked who should rule after him. And then, silence. Alexander dies at age 32. The greatest empire the world had ever seen is now without its king. His soldiers refuse to bury him for days, believing he is still alive. His body does not decompose for nearly a week. Was this a sign of divinity? Or was the poison so rare and slow that it preserved his body unnaturally? Historians still argue to this day. As soon as Alexander dies, his generals begin fighting. Not with swords, but with politics, threats, and betrayal. Perdiccas tries to take full control. Ptolemy plans secretly to seize Egypt. Cassander begins forming alliances to seize Macedonia. His unborn son becomes a target. His wife Roxana becomes a prisoner. The empire collapses piece by piece. To this day, nobody knows what truly killed Alexander. Theory 1. Malaria or typhoid. Babylon was full of disease. Theory 2. Alcohol-induced infection. The large cup of unmixed wine may have triggered organ failure. Theory 3. Poison. Historians believe the poison could have been white hellebore, arsenic, strychnine, or a Persian slow poison known to kill over 10 to 14 days. The spear-like pain suggests a targeted poison, and many of his enemies were present at the banquet. But the truth? Lost forever. In the end, Alexander conquered the world, but could not conquer fate. His empire died with him, but his legend never did. More than 2,000 years later, his final days remain one of history's greatest mysteries, a story of glory, betrayal, power, and a downfall that changed the world forever.